Did you know that a single penny, yes, a 1-cent coin, could actually be worth millions? It sounds crazy, right? But it's true. And in this video, we're going to reveal how something so small and seemingly insignificant could potentially change your life. Most of us ignore pennies. We toss them into jars, lose them under couch cushions, or leave them behind at the checkout counter. But what if I told you that a rare penny could be sitting right under your nose, quietly waiting to turn your day or your entire life around? You see, certain U.S. 1-cent coins, because of their rarity, historical significance, and minting errors, have become highly sought after by coin collectors, people who are willing to pay thousands or even millions of dollars to own them. One of the most famous and valuable examples is the 1943 copper penny. During World War II, copper was a critical material used in ammunition and military supplies, so the U.S. Mint began producing pennies using zinc-coated steel to conserve copper. These steel pennies look silver in color, and most 1943 pennies you'll find are made of that material. However, by a rare accident, a few copper planchets, the blank discs used to make coins, were left in the minting presses. These mistakenly made 1943 copper pennies are now among the most valuable coins in the world. In fact, one was sold at auction for over $1.7 million. Yes, that's right, one penny, worth more than most homes. So how can you tell if you've got one? First, check the date. 1943 is the key year. Then look at the color. If it's coppery brown rather than silvery, that's a big clue. Next, do the magnet test. Steel pennies stick to a magnet, copper ones do not. A real 1943 copper penny will not be magnetic. Also, if you have a scale, check the weight. Genuine copper pennies weigh around 3.11 grams. If you think you've found one, don't clean it and don't sell it hastily. Cleaning it can ruin its collector value, and scammers prey on people who don't know what they have. Always consult a reputable coin dealer or send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to verify authenticity and value. But the 1943 copper penny isn't the only 1-cent coin that could make you rich. Take the 1909 SVDB penny, for example. It was the first Lincoln penny ever minted, and only about 484,000 were made in San Francisco with the initials VDB. For Victor David Brenner, the coin's designer, engraved on the back. Because of its low mintage, collectors are willing to pay thousands for one in decent condition. Or consider the 1955 doubled die penny, a coin with a striking mint error. That created a doubled image on the lettering. Look closely at Liberty and In God We Trust, and you'll see a ghost-like doubling. These can sell for $1,000 to $15,000 depending on condition. Then, there's the 1969 S doubled die obverse penny, another error coin with extremely clear doubling. These have sold for more than $35,000. There are even pennies minted in recent decades that have serious value, especially if they have minting flaws, off-center strikes, or unusual compositions. But let's take a step back. Why would anyone pay this kind of money for a penny? It comes down to rarity, demand, and status. Collecting coins isn't just a hobby, it's a billion-dollar industry. For some, it's an investment. For others, it's about owning a rare piece of American history. And for serious collectors, having the rarest example of a particular coin, especially one with a story, is a mark of prestige. That's why people are willing to pay 6 or 7 figures for a coin that's officially worth just 1 cent. And the craziest part? These coins are still out there. People have found rare pennies in rolls of coins from the bank, in estate sales, in old dresser drawers, even in pocket change from the corner store. So don't dismiss your pennies. Go grab your coin jar, get a magnifying glass, and start looking. Check the dates. Check the colors, run that magnet test. You never know, your future fortune might be mixed in with yesterday's lunch money. In Part 2, we'll cover more rare pennies you've probably never heard of, how to appraise and sell valuable coins without getting ripped off, and expert tips on becoming a smart coin hunter. now that you know how valuable certain pennies can be, let's take this a step further, because there are even more 1-cent coins you might not know about that could still be worth hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands of dollars. One such coin is the 1914 D Lincoln penny. While it's not quite as famous as the 1943 copper or 1909 SVDB, it's extremely rare in high grades, especially because so many of them were heavily circulated. If you find a 1914 penny with a D mint mark under the year, meaning it was made in Denver, and it's in decent shape, you could be looking at $2,000 to $15,000. Then there's the 1922 No D penny, a quirky little error coin that happened because of worn dies. All 1922 pennies were technically made in Denver, but due to a minting defect, some coins appear to have no mint mark at all. Collectors love this kind of oddity, and depending on the condition, these coins can bring in $1,000 to $30,000 or more. Even modern pennies can carry surprising value. Take the 1983 doubled die reverse on penny, where the word 1 cent on the back appears doubled. It's a subtle error, but collectors pay handsomely for clean versions. And more recently, there's the 1992 Close AM penny. On this variety, the letters A and M in America on the reverse are extremely close together, almost touching. Most 1992 pennies don't have this, and the few that do can sell for $5,000 or more. There's also the 1999 Wide AM penny, which is the opposite error, where A and M are spaced further apart than they should be. It's a minor visual difference, but a major payday if you find it. And don't forget off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks. These physical errors during the minting process can make an ordinary-looking penny a collector's dream. So now that you know what to look for, the big question is, how do you safely sell a valuable coin without getting scammed or lowballed? First, never sell your coin without confirming its authenticity and condition. Take it to a reputable coin dealer, preferably one certified by the American Numismatic Association, ANA, or Professional Numismatists Guild, PNG. Avoid pawn shops and casual buyers unless you really know what you're doing. They often pay well below fair market value. If you think you've got something special, your best bet is to send it to a grading service, like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. They'll grade the coin based on condition and certify its authenticity, which can dramatically increase your coin's value on the resale market. Once your coin is graded, you can consider selling it through trusted online auction houses, like Heritage Auctions or Stacks Bowers, which regularly deal in rare coins. You can also list on eBay, but be very careful. Use clear photos, be honest about the condition, and check what similar coins have sold for recently. Transparency is key. If you're new to this, you might want to join online coin forums like Coin Talk or R-Coins on Reddit, where you can post images and get feedback from hobbyists and professionals. Many of these communities are extremely helpful and can guide you through the process. Now, for those of you who are really excited by this and want to start hunting for valuable pennies, here's a bonus tip. Go to the bank and ask for, say, 25,000 boxes of penny rolls. You'll get 2,500 pennies per box. This is a favorite trick among coin hunters. People have found rare 1909s, 1955 errors, and even steel 1943 pennies in these rolls. It takes time and patience, but the thrill of finding a coin worth hundreds or more is unlike anything else. It's like modern-day treasure hunting. And remember, condition matters. Even a rare date can be worth much less if the coin is damaged, bent, or cleaned harshly. So handle your coins gently, preferably by the edges, and store them in coin flips or holders if you find something promising. Bottom line, don't underestimate that little penny. It might just pay your bills, your mortgage, or even your retirement. All it takes is one coin, one lucky find, and a little bit of knowledge, and now you have that knowledge. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe, because I'll be posting more tips on coin hunting, coin values, and hidden treasures in your everyday money. Comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or tell us what date you're hoping to stumble upon. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your spare change be more valuable than you ever imagined.